Welcome back to the Circuit Media podcast with me, Billy Boy Fabian. Today, I have another very special guest, Mr. Kai Ingham. Kai, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, great. Finally, good to catch up with you, mate. I've wanted you on the podcast for a while. You're rising up the ranks at the moment. I'm hearing a lot about you.
Yeah.
Before we go into all that, I want you to tell the fans that don't know who you are, how you got into the game, a bit of your backstory for us, please, buddy.
Well, I started boxing when I think I was about 12, 13. Obviously, I went into care when I was when I was younger and stuff like that. I joined Scunthorpe ABC. Started out like with amateur and stuff like that. And then in 2000 I think it was 2015, 16, I think. I did a, well, I got back into boxing and I ended up losing my fight at, where was it now? Skegness. And then obviously I had my bad accident in 23. I fell from 38 foot, fractured my spine in five places, broke the left side of my neck and snapped my wrist. And then I've obviously got back into boxing over this past like year. My first two fights, which were with Jonathan Stoner, which was hybrid, which I won both of them. And then it's like this past year, it's just been like, trying to get into it, get fully into it, like
Yeah.
mentally and stuff like that as well. And like, hopefully, this next year, well, 2026, I've got like my pro debut for Scott McHugh and stuff like that, which I'm absolutely buzzing about. I absolutely can't wait for that. And then, obviously, on your show last time, I lost to Josh Tidman, which I had like 2 weeks' notice. No one had accepted the fight, and like you said, he's like one of the best lightweights in country, and like I took it within like 2 weeks' notice and stuff like that. So like this past year, it's just been, like figuring everything out in my own head and working things out and getting
Yeah.
that like that like type of stability that like fire, get that fire in my belly again and get that
Yeah,
great
definitely.
mindset and training, like starting to train properly and stuff, and like putting rounds in and stuff like that. So
Well, I think you're going on the right way to getting that mindset because, like, as you say, you've got your pro debut on a very, very big show on McHugh
yeah,
Promotions. McHugh Promotions is a fantastic promotion,
yeah,
brilliant event. It's got a lot of eyes on it. So listen, you impress, you do the business on there. Who
yeah,
knows what's next? And then obviously after that, you've got Fight Club Promotions. You're going to be fighting Dylan Hamber for
yeah,
the hybrid featherweight title. So
yeah,
you've got two big targets in mind that you know you need to get up for.
yeah,
Um, when, when you've got targets like this, I always say to people, there are moments where you can't be bothered. That's when you need to train.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
100%, yeah,
But
hundred
I think
percent,
you've got that in you. As you say, you fought on my last show against Josh Tidman. You came in 2 weeks' notice. And
yeah,
what I noticed from that was the heart you've got, the guts you've got. And
yeah,
I know for a fact, put you in a proper training camp and we're going to see big results. That's
yeah.
why I put this fight
See,
together. You
see
two,
that's what I'm struggling with at the minute. Like trying to find somewhere where I can actually do a proper training camp and
yeah,
like I want to fully commit to it and stuff like that. Like I want like I said before I even started it all, like I'd want to get into it and like try and make a big name and stuff like that. Not for the money side of things and stuff like that, but to like be able to have a voice and like a voice to be heard and like be able to have like an opinion on things and like
yeah,
try and like make a change in like people's lives and things like that. And it's like since Christmas Day and stuff like that, when I beat Rusty, and I've had my other two fights, which I did really well in and stuff like that. It's like everything's slowly starting to come together. Everything's like, like aligning into place and stuff like that. We aren't even realizing it, but it's like at the minute I just need to find somewhere where I can actually do a proper, like a proper training camp and stuff like that. So
Definitely. Listen, that I think as soon as you get yourself a coach, you need to find yourself a full-time coach. If there's
yeah,
anyone out there listening to this, that where are you based at the moment? Where do you live?
Rotherham.
Rotherham. So listen, if there's anyone around Rotherham that would like to take this kid on, that's all I feel you need is a full-time coach, a full-time plan.
Yeah,
Um, you're still young, like I say, you're very skillful, very technical. You've got a good brain, good IQ for it.
yeah, thank you.
One thing you don't give yourself enough credit for is you said everything kind of fell into place on its own. It hasn't. You've manifested this through your own hard
Yeah,
work. You never
yeah,
would have thought a year and a half ago when you've recovering from this accident that you would be fighting for a pro title,
yeah,
making the pro debut and fighting for a title on my show. It's
yeah,
all down to you. So going forward, I know you'll find a coach and I know you'll find a team and I know you'll put that training plan together
yeah.
because
Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. I really do. And
no,
it's like
definitely.
I'm at a stage now where I'm ready to give it me all and stuff like that. And like it's like, like helping other people out as well. Like the amount of people that have messaged me like wanting to get into it, like training and stuff like that. And like I don't know, it makes you feel good because it's like trying to help other people out with their like it helps their mental health and stuff like that. And like
Yes.
one of my best mates, Dylan, it's like I've been training him with pad work and stuff like that. And it's like we in space of 3 weeks. Do you know the lad who I asked you about to try and get him on your show as well? Like we in space of 3 weeks, he's fucking like with pad work and stuff like that. I don't know. I like helping people as well. Like I want to fucking like try and find somewhere where I can, like get like a bit of a team together and like helping people out and getting people into training
Oh,
and
definitely.
not doing stupid shit. Like I used to be a fucking like I used to be an arsehole. To be fair, I used to fucking do some bad stupid shit on drugs and drinking and stuff like that. Whereas like now, like I've got control over my own mind and I'm in control of myself. Like I feel like all this and it can be like something where I can help other people as well and get like with all the shit that I've been through and stuff like that. It's trying to get other people like help other people into a place where they can do the exact same. Do you know what I mean? It's
Well, that's what the having a platform can give you the ability to do that. And with boxing, with the fight game, what's so perfect about it is, listen, 99% of us that get into this fight game, we've got a past, we've got history. We
yeah,
come from a negative to positive, whether it's anger, whether it's violence, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol. Listen,
yeah,
boxing and the fight game, it completely takes your mindset to a different place. You have the discipline when you put the training plan together. Everyone knows when you walk out there into that ring, it's a better feeling than any drug,
yeah,
anything you can crack open.
yeah. It's
It's for us. I've always believed when I first started this promotion and before when I first started boxing, my dream was to change my life and then find other people just like myself
yeah,
and help them change their life, give them the
yeah,
tools to change their own life. And boxing does that. Everybody, you can watch every podcast I've ever done, and there is a negative to positive story, and everyone always says that they want to help other people.
yeah,
It's an amazing sport to be a part of, and you're only at the start of your career,
yeah.
which leads me on to your Fight Club Promotions title fight. It's the hybrid featherweight title against Dylan Hamber. Do you know
Yeah.
anything about your opponent? Talk to me about the fight.
I don't know anything about him. Um, like like you know yourself, I'll literally take on any fight. I've got no fear with stuff like that. I've always said to my friends and stuff like that. Like when you're in ring, it's like it's controlled. It's like nobody's gonna get seriously hurt and things like that. So it's a sport. It's something you enjoy doing and stuff like that. So it's like I've got to have fear. Like I don't know. I've got no fear with things like that because of that reason. It's in a controlled environment. You're not out on streets. You're not like fainting, pissed up, and or drugged up and stuff like that. Where to the point where you can seriously hurt someone or like end someone's life by doing that. So
But
it's like
that's the
that.
beauty of this sport is two people can just come together, bloody go for it, have it, and the best man wins.
Yeah,
There is no afters. There isn't that no fear of am I going to hurt this person or is this person going to hurt me badly?
yeah,
You know, you know when there's a chance someone's going to get hurt. There's a referee there to control it,
yeah,
and I think that's why a lot of people love a lot of people that have maybe an anger or a violent past. They like getting into boxing because it gives you that chance. It is that escape. I always
yeah,
say I love the fact that I can punch someone in the face and not have the fear of getting arrested for it. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? I think that's an amazing thing that we've been given.
yeah.
Um, so basically, I completely read what you're saying. You have no fear. You're going into this because it's competitive. It's competitive sport. You could be playing snooker or football or darts with the same person, and
Yeah.
it wouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Um, I'm guessing you don't really watch tape on your opponents. I'm guessing you really focus on your own development.
See, we like my training and stuff like that. Like each fight I've had, I always try and use a different style in each different fight. It's like you can read up on fighters and stuff like that, and you can watch the videos. And if they've got like a single same style, where they don't like try and change the style or they don't try and like make the styles better or like unique and stuff like that. It's that's when you can like study the way they train and stuff like that and like analyze it in a sort of way and then you can like what like some of the things what to do in that fight and things like that
Yeah,
to beat that person. But if a person's changing their style in each different fight for each different opponent, I don't know. I think that's like good in a way because like it always keeps people guessing. Like they're not gonna know how you're gonna come out. Like when you step in that ring, they're not gonna know like what your game plan is. Whereas if someone's just got a single style and it's the same style all the time, then like you can learn how to beat that style and things like that. But if a fighter's got a different style for every fight, they're not going to know how to beat that person if they've got a proper training camp. If they've been training every day and they've put their all into it,
yeah.
they're not going to have that. Do you know what I mean? So
I completely agree. Um, for your opponent, do you have a message for your opponent? He's going to be doing his own podcast fairly soon. Um,
yeah.
yeah, do you want to send a message to your opponent before fight night?
Um, to be honest with you, mate, I'm one of them. I don't piss off and stuff like that. I'm always like I've I found God and stuff like just over a year ago and stuff like that. I'm always calm and stuff like that. Like it's just I go into a fight. It is what it is. It's you're either gonna win, lose, or draw. Do you know what I mean? It's I've got no fear of any opponent if it's like in a controlled environment like a ring and stuff like that. And it's yeah, it's I'll check his hand and stuff like that, and like there'll be no like like bad blood or no like aggression and stuff like that. I'm like the calmer you are, the better performance you're gonna put on. Like
Yeah,
we
so
like when
it's all respect to the best man wins,
yeah,
basically.
when there's bad
Yeah,
blood between fighters and stuff like that, that's when it starts like getting sloppy and it starts like then you'll get that like beef afterwards and stuff like that as well, which like we all get into it to succeed and we all get into it to do well. So to have that bad blood, all it's doing is affecting you. It's affecting yourself mentally and stuff like that. And it's yeah, it's just calm calm's way
that's the
forward
best
for
way
me.
to be.
But
It's all about being the master of your own mentality. There's no point getting angry
yeah,
before you go into the ring. This is why a lot of opponents they will try and shit talk. They will try and say things before the fight to try and rile somebody up. But the calmer you
yeah,
stay,
yeah,
the more you are in touch with
yeah,
your own mentality, and then the game plan that you have set up, you can follow on fight night. So yeah, going on
yeah.
to
It's
going.
like it's,
Oh, go on, lad. I think
yeah.
there's a
Go on,
bit of a,
sorry,
bit
mate.
of a time delay. It's all right. You carry on.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like with Josh Tidman. Like I had 2 weeks' notice for that, and it's like Bear was saying, aren't you like nervous and stuff like that? And it's I don't know what it is. It's like when you've been through quite a lot of shit in your past and stuff like that, and like you learn how to overcome certain fears and stuff like that. Which like when you can overcome that fear, that's I don't know. It's just when you're going into that fight, it's just I don't know. It's a good feeling to have that calmness in stuff like that because you've been able to overcome that fear in the past. So that's why like I am as calm as I am going into these fights and stuff like that. And like sometimes people look at you like, why are you that calm? Like it's not normal and stuff like that to be that calm and not have nerves going into a fight and stuff. But it's not about that. It's to get from what I've been through in all my past and stuff like that to overcome what I've overcome in the like these past few years and stuff like that. It's a big step. Do you know what I mean? So it's like people look down on you and stuff like that. Like I'll put that training video on Facebook, and I've had not like people trying to pull it down and stuff like that, but they don't actually know the story behind everything and stuff like that. It's like I used to say to people like when I found like God and stuff like that. Like I used to say to people, do you know like when you see someone walking down the street and they look rough or they're bad on drugs and stuff like that, what's the first thing you'll see? Like, what's the first thought that comes to your mind? And it's, oh, smackhead, baghead, druggy. But it's like, do you know, if you actually look past that first image that you see, then you can actually see the things what have gone off in their life to lead them to that, and lead them to act them in them certain ways and look the way that they're doing things like that. So it's I don't know. It it has pissed me off a bit because it's like I have tried helping some of the people that have commented on trying to drag me down. Or like they've messaged me asking to get into training and stuff, but then on post have tried pulling it down. But like don't like people shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Like everyone's got a past, everyone's been through shit, and it's to pull someone down when they've overcome so much and they're like starting to get the mind back and like actually get into training and doing better and like trying to change their life like their own lives for the better and stuff like that. I don't know. It's a bit of a shitty feeling, but it's obviously people like these people that haven't been able to overcome the certain things in their life like yet. Which obviously we all like overcome things in different times or in different stages of his like own lives and stuff like that. So it's just it's not letting it get to you for that reason because we've all been there. Like I were in I were in them places where I used to pull people down. Like I used to like look at people in the street. Oh, you fat cunt! Oh, fucking. Do you know what I mean? I used to pull people down, so that's why like it does get you a little bit, but it's getting past that because you've been like that person. Do you know what I mean? And it's
Yeah,
like if you make a change and if you do things differently, then other people can see that, so they can sort of do things differently and like change like people's lives and stuff like that. So
yeah. No, I completely agree. It's like we were talking before about overcoming your own mentality. Once you're a master of your own mentality, one thing I've said to you before, during your rise up the ranks and during your
yeah,
journey, you're going to have some people, a lot of people that will support you. You're also going to have a minority of people that will seem larger, but it is only a
yeah,
minority of trolls, people that do want to pull you down. And it's usually because they haven't got anything good going on themselves.
yeah,
So they sit online, they watch they don't realize that like your training video where I've seen quite a few people try and pull you down. They don't realize it's the end of a long session where you've already put the training drills in, you've already
yeah,
done this and that. You're having a bit of freestyle on the bag. You're enjoying yourself. You can
yeah,
see you're happy. You can see you're very happy and enjoying yourself. You're not out on the streets causing trouble.
yeah,
I don't, but what you've got to remember is these people watching you, all right, whether they're haters, whether they're supporters, they're still watching. Do
yeah,
you know what I mean? You know,
yeah,
I've always said my haters are my biggest supporters because
yeah,
they're the ones who help me get paid, baby. So listen, keep hating, keep supporting in equal measure because Kai
yeah,
Ingham is going to the top. It's as simple as that. Going
yeah.
on, going on from that. What are your few? Give me your ideal 12 months time. Where do you want to be this time next year?
12 months time, I want a title. I want to get the things like relationships back. What I've like working on at the minute. Getting better and like doing better and changing and stuff like that. Like get my relationship back with my son and stuff like that, and like have my own house and stuff like that. Hopefully, I can like get a bit of a team going, like helping people out with training and stuff like that, going on runs and stuff, and like hopefully by end of this year, I'll be in a position where I can have all these things. Hopefully,
Well, I can tell straight away what you're looking for. Like you said there, it's all self improvement. But by
yeah,
this time next year, you would just want to continue that self improvement. I've got no doubt you'll do it. So I say it's all down to what you do. I think we spoke on the phone the other day, and I said to you, what
yeah,
comes next is all down to your own hard work. But you've
yeah,
got to give yourself credit at times as well. When you do win, lose, or draw, the training you're going to be putting into these fights, the effort you're going to be putting in, always give yourself credit, okay?
yeah,
Because this sport, it's not just about achievements, it's about the memories too. And
yeah,
you're building something pretty big. I just want to quickly, before we go, and obviously what I always do is I give the fighter the last word, say whatever's on your chest to end with. I just want to put it out there now that Kai is looking for sponsors. So any businesses locally want to sponsor this kid, be a part of the journey. He's about to make his pro debut. The card that we've got on June the 6th, Fight Club Promotions, his fight for a title is a massive card. There's going to be a lot of eyes on that. Fight Club Promotions have 20,000 plus following. So listen, jump on. Kai Ingham is going to the top. If you want to go with him, get in touch with him soon. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram. If not, get in touch with me and I'll get in touch with Kai. Kai, I want to give you the last bit, mate. Have your last word. Anything you want to say, get off your chest. Anyone you want to thank before we leave?
Um, to be honest, I'd like to thank God first to start off with because like when I found like I found it through addiction and like things like that, and I never believed in it like anything before. And it's like this past year has been an absolute fucking whirlwind.
Yeah,
Like it's like dramatically how much my life's changed in this past year, and like when like the people that are around you and stuff like that like notice it and stuff like that, it's a good feeling to have. And like anyone like going through whatever they're going through, or, like mentally, physically, and stuff like that, it's anyone can make a change. Like fucking, I like I've been in bad addiction for like the past 10 year, and like I've had a crack addiction, a coke addiction, a ket addiction, and stuff like that, and it's like anyone can make a change in their life if they want it enough. And anyone can make improvements to their own health, their own mental well being. And it's like for years and years I kept everything to myself and tried working everything out myself. And so it's like sometimes it's people don't speak enough, people don't reach out enough. And it's like the people that have got like a good art or a kind art and stuff like that, and like they haven't like sort of got a voice and things like that. Like when you've got too much input and not enough output, like speaking to people, like you end up taking everything in, like people's problems, people's worries, people's like troubles and stuff like that. But like figuring out a way to deal with it and speaking about it, so you're getting things like out of yourself to make to so it feels like a world's been lifted off your shoulders and things like that. And it's I don't know. That's like well, I am actually writing a book as well, which I'm hoping to have it have it finished by end of this year. Uh,
nice.
it's called Inside the Mind of My Life Story from Darkness to Divine Light. And it's like, it's going to talk about like all things that I've been through, like all manipulative things that I used to do, from like drug addiction and like the ways that I used to treat people through addiction and drinking and stuff like that. And like, it's like do you know, like to show people that you can literally go through hell and back and come out of the other side and make a change in your life, and
Yeah.
everything can like change. Like me, like a year and a half ago, I wouldn't have expected to be having like a pro debut
Yeah.
on a show like Scott McHugh, who's like a world champion. Do you know what I mean? It's like when I were in rehab, I was training with Anthony Holmes and stuff like that. It's I don't know. It's anyone can make a change in their life. It's like I'm not fully there yet, but everything's slowly getting there. And but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
No, listen, Kai. One thing I want to say, I think a lot of what one thing you've tried to put forward all the way through this podcast is you want to have a voice and you want to help people.
Yeah,
And I think you telling your story today, I think first of all, I want to say like you should be very proud of yourself. You've really spoke eloquently and very positively, and I think a lot of people watching this, you will help them straight away just by you telling your story. I think some people are going to relate to you, relate to
yeah,
your story, relate to your journey. And listen, I think you are on your way. Um,
yeah. Thank you,
and
mate. I really appreciate that.
if there is anyone out there that is struggling with the things that Kai has spoke about, and you don't know what to do, if you're local to Kai and you know Kai, get in touch
Yeah,
with him. He'll take
yeah,
you down the gym. and he will show you. He'll give you the tools to change your own life.
Yeah.
And listen, anyone struggling, always speak, because as we've just seen here with Kai, he spent half an hour talking about his life, and I feel it would have helped people
Yeah.
definitely. So I look
And it's
forward to
like,
reading the book. Definitely,
yeah,
I think that will. I think that's what you're looking for. We spoke a few times, and you've always said to me, you just want to. Your end game is to be a voice for people
yeah,
that haven't got one,
yeah,
and I think that's absolutely brilliant, Kai. Well
yeah,
done.
yeah. Thank you,
So,
mate. I really appreciate that.
no problem. So listen, guys, this has been Kai Ingham. Remember, he is fighting at Molecular Fitness in Consett on June the 6th against Dylan Hamber on Fight Club Promotions, Bad Intentions for the hybrid featherweight title, the inaugural. He's going to be the first, looking to be the first man to take that belt home.
Yeah,
Listen, thank you for tuning in, everyone. Please subscribe, please share, and keep on supporting. Kai, it's been a pleasure, buddy. I'll
yeah,
speak to you soon.
yeah. Thank
Let's
you. I
go.
really appreciate
Cheers,
it.
buddy.
Thank